Well, right now, I want you to meet a young woman who dreamed of helping orphans in Africa and whose dream is now coming true. Take a look at this.
Ever since she was a little girl, Devon Leondis has been praying for underprivileged kids.
Who are very sick and they don't have any tools. Amen.
Most people laughed when Devon shared her dream to one day build an orphanage in Africa. On her 16th birthday, she asked for donations instead of gifts to build a freshwater well for those in need. Devon took that money and donated it to Operation Blessing for not one, but 3 water wells. Now at 22, she's formed an organization and partnered with Orphans Promise to build a village in Ghana.
Please welcome to the 700 Club, Devon Leondis. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Can you even believe that this dream is about to unfold with the grand opening of an entire village that's been built because of a vision God gave you?
It's really surreal for me to think about how far God has brought me since, that dream, since I was a young girl.
Yeah, when you were really little, God spoke to your heart about orphans, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Yeah, so I would always pray with my parents every night, and I always felt in my heart God had put these poor and sick children, and he instilled a dream into my heart to want to grow up and build an orphanage in Africa. That's kind of where it started.
One of the things that's really wonderful about what's going on in orphan care today around the world, and you all have really adhered to this, is putting children in family settings. So it's not like giant orphanages like we used to do even here in America years ago. But you have built a home for these children where moms and dads will be parenting these kids, but within a village that has a chapel at the center of it. I mean, it's a big vision that you have. And on top of that, you're going to live there. Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so it's really exciting for us to open this kind of new orphan care and have it really be a family structure. And I'll be moving over there in a couple weeks. So I'm really excited. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay, but I'm trusting God will make that really clear to me and that he would just give me everything that I'm going to need, because being over there and living there, it's going to be really demanding and sometimes exhausting, but that's when you need to call out to God the most.
Absolutely. You on your 16th birthday, instead of receiving gifts, raised money to do these 3 wells. Well, you thought you were doing 1, but you actually wound up doing 3. You went back for the opening of the wells, if you want to call it that, and became sort of the queen or the princess for a day in that community. Did that anchor you into these people, Devon? Did you feel a connection with them that just left you incapable of just coming back and doing life as usual?
Yes, absolutely. I remember being in this small village that was a couple hours from the capital city, so far that there was no roads to drive there. We were just driving through this forest with these kind of dirt red paths, and we got out and there was 1,500 people there waiting, and it was really in that moment where I felt like God had made it so clear to me and had really spoken to me and said, this is what I've called you to do. This is kind of why you're here. And I would encourage anyone to kind of seek that purpose and make God the forefront of whatever they choose to do.
You really had a heart to go back to Africa early, and you honored your mom and dad by going on to university and getting the degree that they wanted you to get. What's your hope and your dream for the vision that come through? You're calling this Project Nemensa, and what is your dream for the children that live here, that come through here, that are educated here?
Yeah, so when I think about these children, I can only think about raising up the future leaders of Ghana, if not the world. And that's just my hope for these kids, because God has put a calling on their lives as well. And he has such great meaning and purpose for them to live out. And I'm really hoping that God would take this vision and bring it to all of the nations. And I'm just kind of taking it one day at a time.
Yeah. You know what? That's the best way to live. Just one day at a time with Jesus. Well, Orphans Promise is just excited to be partnering with you and a part of what you're doing there. And we're excited to see what God will do, too, because it's a big vision for a wonderful country with lots of children in need. And so we're going to walk this journey together and just come alongside you and hold your arms up and bless you in what God's called you to. Thank you for being true to the vision that God's placed in your heart. It's been many years and you've followed it faithfully. It's awesome. Exciting time. Well, we're going to Ghana. Want to mention, if you'd like more information on Project Namensa, all you have to do is log on to cbn.com. Devon and I are going to be there in July. We're going to cut the ribbon on the village and watch the children flow in, and just want to share that story with you as well. So follow that.